Hi everyone, welcome back to STEM. My name is Miss Yulin and I'm part of the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Los Angeles. This week we are doing an activity with paper clips. We are going to be putting them into water and seeing if they float. What do you think? Do you think these paper clips are going to sink to the bottom, or do you think they are going to float on top of the water? Well, we're going to do this activity and you're going to find out. So follow along as I tell you the instructions and let's begin. You will need a cup of water for this activity. Make sure the water is in a cup that is clear so you can see the paper clip. You will also need a couple paper clips, have around 3 or 4, and you can use any size you want. What do you think will happen when we drop a paper clip in the water? Do you think it will sink to the bottom or float? What are your hypotheses? If you need more time, feel free to pause this video and come up with your hypothesis. Now we're going to drop our paper clip and see what happens. What do you observe? What can you see? Here you'll notice that my paper clip sunk all the way to the bottom of the cup. It is not floating. Did you notice the same thing with your paper clip? Now that we know that paper clips sink to the bottom of the water, we're going to come up with a way to help our paper clip float. Here you can see that I'm bending my paper clip until it makes an L shape. You are now going to place another paper clip on top of the paper clip that you just bent. Then we are going to lower it slowly and gently into the water and watch what happens. You'll see that this time our paper clip did not sink all the way to the bottom. This time, the paper clip stayed on top of the water. How is this possible, do you think? Here is the same paper clip but in a different angle. Look at it and make observations. Note down what you see and why you think it is floating. So the reason our paper clip is floating is due to something called surface tension. All liquids have what is called surface tension, which is the tension of the molecules pressing together. Normally, the weight of the paper clip breaks through this, but when the paper clip is lowered slowly and gently into the water, it isn't heavy enough to break the surface tension. You'll notice that once you add a little more weight to the paper clip, it will sink again. Watch as I push down on the paper clip. It immediately sinks to the bottom of the water. That's because the paper clip broke through the surface tension. Let's try dropping a coin into the water. What do you think will happen? You'll see that the penny dropped all the way to the bottom. It sunk into the water because it broke through the surface tension. Now we are going to lower the penny gently into the water with our paper clip that we made earlier. What do you think will happen? Do you think it will sink or float? So as you can see, the penny is too heavy for the water and it broke through the surface tension again. So some things are just too heavy to float in water. What other items can you use for this experiment? Thank you for joining me for this activity, everyone, and I hope to see you again next week for our next STEM activity. Bye, everyone!